Stephen, what do you make of this fight? And it's actually a real fight, not a skirmish or an altercation, an actual fight with Chris Paul, Rajon Rondo, Brandon Ingram all throwing punches.
Well, first of all, I think Brandon Ingram is going to receive the stiffest suspension because, first of all three are going to get suspended. But Brandon Ingram has definitely received the stiffest suspension. If you recall, James Harden, it all started because James Harden is going down on a fast break, clearly pushed off. James Harden is walking away, talking to the referee, and Brandon Ingram shoves him in the back. And before we know it, we see Chris Paul mushing Rajon Rondo in the face and ultimately blows a throne. And LeBron James grabs Chris Paul and restrains Chris Paul. But even before then, you saw Chris Paul wiping something off of his face. And then once the melee took place and then LeBron James had grabbed him, you could see him telling LeBron James, the man spit in my face. Then he walked over to our team, Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson and Mike Breen, and essentially he told them exactly that. Rondo spit in his face. Whether it was intentional or not, it was clear that Chris Paul was wiping something from his face, and he felt that it was something that Rondo did intentionally, and that's what caused him to mush Rondo in the face, which caused Rondo to swing on him, and ultimately a fight ensued. So bottom line is punches were thrown. All three are going to get suspended, but again, Brandon Ingram deserves the worst because he instigated it initially by pushing James Harden in the back, and then after Rondo and Chris Paul started throwing punches at one another, you saw Brandon Ingram come into the fray and throw another punch. I think everybody is going to see that, especially the NBA. Kiki Vandeweghe, the czar, is it for the NBA, is in attendance tonight. He was in attendance. He saw it as well, and you can best believe that Brandon Ingram is going to receive the stiffest punishment imaginable as far as I'm concerned.